What's happening, guys? It's Shabba TV podcast, and today I'm just gonna go down memory lane and talk about me growing up in East London back in the early 80s and 90s. I was born in actually 1979. I look good, innit? 41 years old. I look good, mate. Back then, cracking that. Get me. Some of my peers ain't lucky, man. Some of my peers are looking old as fuck, bro. You know what I mean? I got lucky, but some of my peers, some of the girls and boys, mate, looking like Morgan Freeman. But in the 80s and 90s, like, my mum brought me and my sister up. My brother come later years, and in the 80s and 90s, especially the 80s, there were certain things like kind of what are like such memories that you cherish as a kid. Because kids nowadays ain't got a clue about community spirit. They ain't got a clue about going to your mate's house. If your mate's not in, you're fucked. You just go around the whole estate to find, like, then you find a group of bikes outside the other mate's house. You go, oh, there they are. There weren't no phones back then, you know what I mean? You had to look around the whole estate, man. And if they went off the manor, and so like, I wasn't allowed to go off the manor till like my teens. So I'll be fucked. I'll be playing on my own or playing with the local weirdo kid. You know what I mean? Eating the grass and worms and that. But growing up, there's certain things as well. What we done back then, what we couldn't really do now. Like, I remember before there was a woman called a biscuit lady. My cousin Cecil will verify this. And he lived like in a block of flats, and there was a woman called a biscuit lady. She was about 80 years old. And I remember she liked coming to our house and give us biscuits. But imagine, old white lady, yeah, 10, 15 black little kids, about 8 years old. And we was going to our house, like, and we'll sit down, she'll give us biscuits, and like, the thing is, we weren't poor, like, our parents had bloody biscuits in the house, but I don't know why, man, especially being black man, when something's free, and you're black man, you know what I mean, like, we're having it, man. I don't know if it's a black thing, or is it an East London thing. I think it's a black thing. When things are free, you're a black man, we're taking it. So I forgot her name, I don't remember her name, but she was old. And I remember us going up there, and she got biscuits in there, and we'll just say thank you, and then we'll leave, and it's like little orange juice in that. But you think, man, especially with being a white lady and about 10, 15 black kids, like it's quite, that's like when it comes to racism, like people always say like older white people are always racist, but it's an individual, man. It's racism in everyone, man. This woman was always just, like, she'll call us like, come boys. Looking back, man, she could have been some like a pedo, man, or she could have had her sons in the back do something to us. But luckily, thank God, that like it was all calm. She was a lovely lady. She's probably dead a long time, but big up the biscuit lady, man. Even when it comes to the toffee apple ban, remember toffee apple? These kids don't know about that. These kids don't know about the toffee apple, man. The man will come around his little scooter and the thing in the back, and we'll get our toffee apples, and there'll be chocolate ones as well, and I don't know, like the ones I liked as well. And when your toffee apple feels like stick, you're fucked, mate. Because think about it, when they say sticky, there's no 2-second rule with a toffee apple, because once it hits that floor, the grass, ants, dust, grit is all getting on that. It's different if it's ice lolly, because I want ice lolly, 2-second rule, mate. It's cold, like, I mean, my mum always said that ice, you can't get germs from ice. I don't know if it's true or not, but since then, if I drop my ice lolly, 2-second rule, mate, I'm picking it back up and I'm sucking that motherfucker. You get me? But yeah, man, growing up, like, also about growing up, like you played like run-outs, even against run-outs. And these kids don't know about run-outs. Run-outs was one of my favourite games, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You had two teams and that. You run, there's to find them, and you had the base. Our base was like outside my mum's house, the benches. And if you got there, you'll win the game. But things like that is just like really just makes me think about how good our childhood was. We didn't have much. Our parents weren't rich, you know what I mean? We were okay. But even when it comes to things like, I didn't have the best designer clothes and training, but I didn't want them. I was happy with what I got. You know what I mean? Too many parents now, they want to cover their kids in Moncler and Machina and that, man. To me, I don't really agree with that, man, because that kids when they get to a certain age, about 17, 18, and you better have that same energy. Because when I want them clothes and you say, no, you're 18 now, you created a monster. You created a monster by getting them wearing all the designers. Kids are wearing Balenciaga trainers and Pradas, and when 18, 19, and they're big man now, big woman, and they want some clothes, you say, oh, you better get a job now. But you better make sure your kid gets a good job then, because they can't afford them jobs working in Tesco's. You know what I mean? They can't afford them, but that's most of their wages gone. So parents who keep on buying their kids all these designer clothes, have that same energy when they're adults and they still wearing them designer clothes, they're not working or not got a job, because that's when they'll turn to crime. That's when they start to turn to crime and start doing madness because they can't afford this luxury clothes, what you put them to. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong a bit of Next, nothing wrong a bit of George, nothing wrong a bit of Zara. But these kids want all the designers because you brought from 1 year old to 17, you made them into the designer fix, you know what I mean? So that's down to you. But growing up, man, we didn't care about clothes. I had Flintstone jeans. I remember I had Barney. You get Barney, Fred, Wilma, and Dino. My Barney ones, I loved them. And my cousin had the Fred ones. Like they were I thought I was balling. I thought that was my Machino. Like so, like Foxtail Island. I fucking Flintstone jeans, but. And my mum was a joker, because my mum before, she wouldn't pair of trainers, like, again, we weren't rich, man. I had a few pairs of Nikes at a later age, but before, in primary school, pure dead trainers, Mercury, I had a pair of trainers called No Name. Mum bought a pair of trainers, what are you wearing? Oh, no, yeah, the new ones, No Name. What, No Name? I've got Castle Time we're wearing them. Castle Time. Even back in the day when, like little black kids, some of the my mates will get the Nike tick in the back, but they were the wiggle ones, you know what I mean? But I remember my mum would just say, God, yeah, go for something different. All the black kids had a little Nike tick. She said, go for something different. My mum made me get Reebok. RRBEOK in big font across my head. Reebok. And I went to school again. That's another one, man. Cussed out in school, man, for that. Reebok, you know. And I swear to God, I put 3 E's as well. REEEBOK. Like Reebok. Jesus Christ, man. But in those days, even things like I miss the old buildings. I miss the old Graham, Chopware, Summertown, like the old buildings. I miss them. All these new builds, it's nice. It looks nice, but I miss the old blocks, man. I miss the old buildings. I remember like going to the shoot. If you look at the block here, every end of it had a shoot. It's stuck up everyone pissing them. That was my go-to. If you want to go piss, you go in and shoot. Even my mum will say, like it was somewhere, and there's a building. I'm about to go to the toilet, so go in and shoot. Standard. That was a standard thing. But growing up in East London was amazing, man. People, I see a lot of rappers in that have interviews who have made it for East London. Yeah, we lived in the hood. No, we didn't live in the hood. No, Wiley, we didn't live in the hood, bruv. No, Dizzy, we didn't live in the hood. We lived in Bow with Devon's Road. That weren't a hood at all. Yes, there's a little crime now and again, but it was far from the hood, mate. This wasn't Rio de Janeiro or Kingston, Jamaica, mate. This was Bow. Yeah, we lived in the hood, man. No, we didn't. That's bullshit. Bullshit, mate. You know what I mean? Growing up in East London was the best, mate. That's great as a child. And when it was time for your dinner, your mum would call your name in it. Like I remember my best good mates Ryan and Ben. I remember the mum Sue, man. That's like Ryan, Ben, and they were known for that. Like when they did their time or like they wanted something. Ryan, Ben. Yeah, man. Auntie Sue, man. R.I.P. Charlie as well, man. That was their dad, man. He was a fucking legend in the manor. Always be a legend, always be remembered, man. There's too many people who have died. That's also a sad thing about living in a community, living in a kind of inner city kind of estate as well. We look at a lot of crime. You do get the crime now and again, but when you lose friends through stabbing or drugs, it's really hard, you know what I mean? But again, it's getting older and you're losing people from like diseases, and that's cancer, and that's losing people in general. It gets hard, man, because our community was like, all the mums knew each other. All the dads knew each other, all the family knew each other. We could go in each other's houses. My neighbour Gina, bless her soul as well, R.I.P. Gina. When my mum would put the late from work and me and my sister put on school, we'll go in and look at Gina's door. Gina would make us supper. You know, we call it white people. We call it supper. Right, Margaret, with a bit of supper. That's the white thing, innit? Supper. You know what I mean? She made me little sausage rolls and little beans and what white people eating that back then. Sometimes I say that. Oh. Yeah, but it was funny. But Gina was she'll give us bare sweets as well. Mum likes to eat a lot of sweets, but Gina gave us bare sweets. So we was knocking the door. Even Mum was in. I'm knocking the door in the way because I say, my mum's gone out. I'll chat shit because she'll give us bare sweets and nuggets in that. Because we were in my mum's house, we were eating that kind of food in our house, like kind of like I call it white food because when we were growing up, I saw what my white mates had. Going in the house and the dinner, I was like looking at it thinking, damn, I want some of that because I was brought up with rice and chicken, mate. Monday rice and chicken, Tuesday rice and chicken. Wednesday, rice and chicken. Thursday, my mum will switch it up and bit of spag bowl. Friday, mum will get KFC every Friday and watch Dallas and Dynasty. Saturday, back to rice and chicken, and Sunday. So we go to mate's house and see them have chips. Because I only thought of chips as McDonald's. Like, I thought back in it when I was growing up. I didn't have chips in my house. Kid with my brother, I like it. My mum got a bit softer, got a bit westernized, and made him chips and that. Me growing up, nah, man, no chips. Then no chips back then, mate. It was strictly just hard Caribbean food. So when I go to my white mate's house and they're having chips and nuggets and that, and I was thinking, damn, man, I want something like that, man. But looking back now, what am I thinking about, mate? I had some good food, and I want chips and nuggets. But when I go to my white mate's house, man, they get that bangers and mash and that, and that kind of food. I was thinking, like, and my mum, Mark, do you want any? I go like, I'm not white, thanks. But inside, I'm thinking, yeah, but I want something like that. But obviously, they knew my brother eyes that I wanted something like that, so they'll give me something. And I was thinking, damn, it was a change up in my diet. Because hard food was on my diet hard. My mum was a bad cook as well. Good cook. She was a bad cook, like a really good cook. So to the people watching this, bad means good in like from like in a way. But yeah, growing up was really definitely I cherish. And working in school, and it hurts my heart when I see kids going, I hate school. I can't wait to this school. Like they don't enjoy being a kid, man. Enjoy being a kid. Because being a kid is the best thing, and for everyone it's different. I think I'd hate to be a kid in 2020, to be honest with you. So I get why some kids are not happy, because there's so much bullshit going on. There's so much life crime going on. Pressures of being a kid. When we were kids, we can look what girls were bun back then. Like, girls didn't wear makeup and that, man. These girls are looking haggard, mate, in their little nappy puffers, greasy hair tied back. Know what I mean? Just don't give a shit. Wearing boot cuts and that, dirty trainers, and we still thought they were hot. Now, these young girls are wearing makeup, so the pressures of makeup and looking the right way and looking the right certain way. Nah, as a kid, we didn't really care in East London what you look like. As a teenager, maybe when you get a bit older, but as a kid, listen, you look what you want, mate. As long as you're putting it out there, mate. You know what I mean? Giving up the goods. It's good. Talking about girls, man. I remember there's something called Dark Side. Anyone watching this from Roman, Marlborough Street, Marsby, Dark Side was a place I made up. Matty Cole will say made up, then Drone Goskis will say made it up. I don't think it did. And then a few people tap below that lightly might say made up. I made it up. Dark Side was a lift, and we could turn it off. We were all like teenagers then. We could turn it off and stop the lift, and we used to get girls there. And the girls loved it. Like, the thing is, we didn't even do much. I think we just like, I didn't even get their lips in or kissed or nothing. It was just like we thought we were hard. Maybe some of them were weird, but maybe the light skin weird, but I didn't get night. Because back then I was looking at this, you know what I mean? Back then I was bunning cheese. Women didn't appreciate me. The girls didn't appreciate me till my later years. I got about 17, 18. By then it was too late for them, you know what I mean? Because they tried to get slide in my DMs and that. Nah, mate. When I was bunning cheese and looking like a dickhead, wearing Flintstone jeans, you didn't know me then. Now I'm looking all buff in that, and I'm swagging that. You wanna holler at me? No, because I see them girls who cuss me all the time about my big head and my overbite and that. But then I see them 30 years later when they got 4 kids by 5 baby fathers wearing that same juicy tracksuit where they wore back in 1993. And I mean, ain't even juicy because the J's fell off because the bum's so big. And it was Uzi. How about that one, girls? Sorry. Them times are hard, man. But even cussing in school, in the area, just cussing each other's mums, like cussing each other, and that was the thing. I think that's more of an urban thing, like more a black thing, cussing. I don't see a lot of, like, cussing it's a black thing, definitely. Cussing is definitely a black thing. Just like cussing is part of our DNA. And if you couldn't cuss, don't even bother trying to attempt to come in the conversation because you'll get your arse ripped apart. Because we'll go in hard as well. And I was the best cusser. There's me, Leon Long, in school every morning. We'll get our biscuits and orange juice and go in the dinner hall and cuss. Time. And Leon was a bit of fighter than me, so when I cussed him out, he would have fight me, you know what I mean? But he knew I know I would lose, so obviously I was letting him win. Because he'll get the ump, because I cussed his ass off. You know what I mean? I cussed him, he didn't like it. You fucking idiot, man, I fucking look at you. And what can I do? I had to fight Leon Long. Leon Long, back in the 90s, mate, he was like the Debo. He was like Debo from Friday, man. You don't want to miss him, Leon, back then. You get me? But Leon could cuss. You know what I mean? Mixed race boy and that, like, back then, all the girls liked him and that. But yeah, man. I know Leon, like, since we were play centre, in Phoenix play centre, man. And back then, Leon was a little nutter then. You know, every man has got that nutter from a kid. Like, how can you be a nutter at 9 years old? Like, that makes sense. Leon's been a nutter since 9 years old. Like, he's been the same dude, like fighting anyone, not scared of no one. And everyone, that's just kind of sometimes you need your life, but sometimes you don't need your life. You know what I mean? Because there's times when fucking Leon comes to one of my club nights, mate. Oh my God, mate. I was causing a scene, bruv, like drunk and that, with a bag in his mouth, with the smoking ban and that. But I do love him though. He's funny, man. Me and him are always a banter, always on social media. But there's the kind of people who you know who you can have banter with, and you might go up your ups and downs, but in reality, like we're always gonna be there for each other. If he needed me or I needed him, I know he's gonna be there. Even though he can be a pain in the ass, but he's good people, man. I think people need people like that around you sometimes, man. It's just how it is sometimes. Maybe it's just too much how it is, but yeah, growing up was good, man. Growing up good. Even playing Lockdown Ginger, there was a one, and you always Lockdown Ginger on the local, like, moany kind of old neighbour. You always look in their door. I feel bad right now because I shouldn't be doing that to old people, looking in their door, running away. Because Joe was our local old grumpy man who all the kids hated because he hated the kids. You know what I mean? Halloween, he always tell you to fuck off. We'll kick the ball against his wall. We'll come out and moan at us. We were kids, you know what I mean? I understand it now, being older, and now I see group of kids making noise at someone else. I told them to F off too. But back then, you know what I mean? We didn't think about it then. But Joe was our local moany neighbour who we kind of ran up. But like, yeah, man, I must go. Let's talking about through these things, man. Even going Roman Road Market was our local. Everyone went. It was a market. Even when the girls, the church girls, go there. They were all different girls from different areas coming there. So, like, I mean, we just put on our best clothes. I put on my Flintstone jeans and my no-name trainers, and that's do it. You know what I mean? I didn't get nothing then either. Yeah, man. But I think we need to appreciate these times, and I really have fond memories of these times. I'm definitely going to keep them, and we just need to just teach our youngsters and our kids about these histories and these moments, and try to get them back. You know what I mean? Even going youth club. I just love going youth club. That's where everyone went, all your friends went, all the girls went, all the boys went. They have banter, play a bit of pool. They don't do that anymore. That's why the kids are going out doing the madness, because they ain't got youth clubs anymore, or kept us off the streets. You know what I mean? And our youth workers were like our parents. You know what I mean? They would tell us straight. Our youth workers were like our parents, and I think that's what the kids need. Because some of these kids' parents ain't doing the job right. Do you know what I mean? They're still doing one amok. And if you like, it's the teachers, down to the teachers, the mentors, and youth workers who are that kind of adult and that kind of responsible adult in that child's life, what they need. So we need to open them more. We need to write to the government or sign a petition and say to open more youth clubs. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let it go there, man. I can talk here for 20 hours of about growing up in East London, growing up as a child, all the games, all the things we've done. But I'll leave it there, and I'll speak to you soon. And I'll probably do a next video next week with the missus. We'll talk about love at first sight, should a man pay the first date? No, and more of that. Anyway, I'm signing off now. Shabba TV podcast. I'll see you soon. Peace!